right, welcome everybody to Pick Central, Barstool Sports' daily gambling show. We are live on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel. A final day of filling in for Brandon Walker, who's been out all week, just tearing it up on the wrestling world, by the way. I love him when
in those broadcasts.
Yeah,
Brandon's doing all right.
Well,
you see Robbie's cabbage?
Yeah.
Some serious lettuce on that man. From Bob Fox.
Oh, man. Well, and I guess we got Marty coming in now. We got Big Ev on our left. The very hot Big Ev. Holy crap. I just saw the standings. You're 21-10 overall. What the hell happened last night?
Wait 1 second.
The kid's on a ripper.
Big
That's
Ev,
what's going on.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just dropped seeds all over. Want to talk about who's hot? Mincy. Fucking throwing up an Instagram with two smokes on Instagram.
I think it was about you saving the star.
What? Are you kidding me, Mincy?
Way to bury the lead.
Yesterday was a movie?
Yeah, I'm going to share it on here. I had my first New York level bucket list experience last night. I can't wait to tell you all about it. I mean, Rico's go up.
Yeah, go now. Go.
Okay, well,
Right
first
in.
off, Marty Mush joins the show.
Yes.
Rico Bosco on our right.
Thank you.
It's not a football Friday, but we still got to get down.
We could get some FCS shit going, though.
No.
All right, y'all want the quick?
I want
Yeah, I
the
didn't even know.
thing.
I did see the Instagram. I was like, wow.
Okay, so went out with these two girls from the South that I know that live up here. And I guess one of them's been here forever. We went to this place called, I think it's Emilio's Bellato, or either Emilio or Emilio. I don't know which one. But it's an old school Italian joint.
All right.
All right. So I walk in with them. We have reservations. We walk in. There's a front dining room. And we walk through the front dining room and walk through the kitchen. And I was like, oh, my God, this is like Goodfellas. When Ray Liotta went through the scene where you walk through the kitchen to go to the back front table. So we walk through the kitchen. And we go to this back private room, and there's like 15 or 20 people in there, and it's definitely some real life characters.
Okay.
The real deal, the whole deal. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, these people are definitely they look very connected. And so I'm with these two really good looking girls. So of course they're all about the hot girls. We get placed at a table next to, I don't know who they are or anything, and I can't mention any names, but. I mean, definitely the closest I've ever been to this kind of a situation.
What's going on?
No, but they were great. But anyway, so they were like super cool.
We don't want to stereotype, but they were like this.
I don't know. I just know that. So it was a real deal though, and then they obviously like the girls I was with. So Barstool comes up, and they loved Barstool. And they started, the one guy was the head guy, I thought of it, was trying to tried to pour me a glass of wine like a sign of respect, like I'm some made guy because Dave Portnoy saw a viral video of me screaming at Lane Kiffin last year, and all of a sudden I'm showing up in New York getting all this respect because I'm a part of this, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. And then also it was somebody's birthday. Whole deal, singing Frankie Valli, I Love You Baby, Elvis Presley, Suspicious Minds,
Wait,
like Johnny.
Were you in a Sopranos remake last
Dude,
night?
I thought it was in the Goodfellas.
He was at Vesuvio.
I thought it was like the good. What it reminded me of was the Ray Liotta at the Copa in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Especially the walking through the kitchen, and I'm sitting there the whole night. My head was just spinning and buzzing. I'm like, this is the coolest thing I've ever. I mean, this is because I came to New York during COVID. Obviously everything's great up here, but I hadn't had that. I'll never forget this. I mean, it was insane. And they were like,
will have that.
No, they were like, and they love Barstool. They were
That's awesome.
super cool.
That's good news for us.
Did they have nicknames?
What's up?
They were like nickname guys?
I mean, I don't know anything
Were
about
they
names
wearing
or pictures
suits?
with them.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about.
That's what I'm saying. I know. They seem like nickname guys.
Were they wearing suits?
The main guy was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was and then the guy whose birthday just was I'm telling you, the singing exhibition. It was literally the Italian, like the movie scene with the Frankie Valli and the.
Great.
I mean, I literally couldn't believe it.
How was the food?
Food was amazing.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I had some clam pasta, some chicken parmesan, a really good Caesar. We had something else that was really good. I think fried zucchini flowers. Dude, it was the whole deal. It was I felt like I was really in New York and
nice.
a New Yorker. So it was wild, and I'll probably be telling that story for the rest of my life.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Who the girls got invited?
So one of the girls has lived in New York for like 14 years and knew the restaurant owner.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why. And it's like a place that you can't get reservations. I mean, it's like the old school.
Yeah.
It's the old school whole deal.
Those are the best kind of places.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily like nice inside, right?
It was fairly nice, but it wasn't like
okay.
I was wearing a collared shirt
'Cause
and
I think
jeans and I felt fine.
No, what I meant is like you go to old restaurants like Luga's and like places like that are like they haven't been updated in like 20 years.
You got a bunch of
And-
pictures on the wall
nobody
and like
cares.
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but, like,
It was
nobody
all
cares.
that. No, it was like the looking around the history, the cult. I mean, it was.
Yeah, like
I mean, it was the full deal, and my eyes were just, I was just wide-eyed the whole time. Like, how am I in here with like
Yeah,
these two
that's
good-looking
awesome.
girls that they were going nuts about? I was like, this has been a very big come up for the Mets team in this last year, guys.
big time.
Very, very large come up, and I'm trying to enjoy every bit of it. So I wanted to share. That story for sure because it definitely has me buzzing.
Yeah.
Is there an Ole Miss bar in New York City? You know how a lot of these places have
There's
like
got. I feel like
I
there's
heard
one
there.
for like
I hadn't been
everywhere.
yet. I know LSU has Legends in Manhattan is the big LSU one. I'm not sure what the Ole Miss one is, but we're gonna find out.
I feel like there's got to be.
Yeah, but Ev, so what the hell happened last night? You just win all your bets?
I'm on a fucking ripper, Mitzi. I'm hot.
It's not good.
I'm seeing the board.
No, it's not good.
I know it's horrible.
It's horrible.
You want to know what it reminds me of? The first day of March Madness 2 years ago in the old office. I'll never forget it. That first day, I went 2-13.
Mm-hmm.
I even remember the winners. One was Bradley plus 15.5 against Michigan State, and it was a sweat. They were like winning at half. It ends up being a sweat. But that's not what we're thinking about, right? Positive vibes.
I know.
I'm hot.
What was
I
your
know.
record yesterday?
8-3.
So you
21-10 this month.
Yeah, so you celebrated Big Cat's 8-0 in one day. It was an homage with an 8-3. I mean,
It's not
nothing's
quite
8-0.
8-0.
No, nothing's 8-0.
Not quite 8-0-1.
But still,
We feeling good.
hell yeah, you should be. 8-3. What you? I obviously was out at this dinner, so I didn't get to see as much. Oklahoma State, Baylor. What'd you think?
I'm sorry. Can we go back to the dinner for a little bit?
Yeah, we can do it every month, Money Bush.
I mean, I cannot see. I need to see this. Do you have a picture?
I got some pictures.
Can I I won't show it out. Can I see the picture?
Yeah,
I need to see
I got some
the
pictures.
placement.
I'm not
see.
putting. There's one picture I got that's not going on the internet. I'm keeping this for myself.
What the fuck does that
What is
mean?
going on?
It's wild, bro. It's a crazy, crazy world. Let me see if I can show it to you.
Did you know at going in what exactly you were in for? Or they give you an idea?
She didn't give you a warning, nothing?
I mean, I'd heard, so the restaurant owner had gone and hung out in the Mississippi Delta and met my family during COVID and hung out with the girl whose family's from the Delta. And so that was the ties that brought me in there, is that he knew some Mississippi Delta people. But I'd heard like this Italian joint. Did I know I was going to walk in and walk through the regular dining room and walk through the kitchen to the private room? And hell no, I didn't know that.
They're calling you the king of New York on some of these comments, man.
That's sass, dude. Little
They're
sass.
saying the new king of
Bobby
New York
Shmurda.
is Ben Mintz. I'm not fucking.
Dude, insane. I mean, literally,
That's great.
I'm just smiling, buzzing. I can't.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll probably never get over this, to be honest, because I'm like, dude, I'm such an old school
unbelievable.
fan of Goodfellas. It's,
So
Yeah.
the fact
Oh,
that
Frankie and Tony and Sal.
oh yeah.
Mincy's fucking wearing the Ole Miss ball.
Let me see that.
I feel bad for her.
Oh man, that's a fucking shot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad, but I can't. I'm not sure.
with the
And
boys.
the grin is like 4
Yeah,
feet
yeah.
wide. This night, like it's one of those.
I
You
mean,
ever
dude,
see
it's-
in like sitcoms where they try to recreate that night, or they're like, "Oh, we'll go back to that bar," and they can't find it, and they go back, and it's a fucking like Wendy's
Yes,
or a
yes,
bank.
yes.
That's what I feel like. He's gonna go. The girl's gonna go back, and that restaurant's just gonna be shut down.
Yeah.
He's
It's
like, no,
gonna
we
be
were
like
just-
it's
we
gonna be
were
like a
just here.
fucking
We were
fucking
just
Panera
here.
bread.
Yeah,
He's gonna be like, what
we
the
were
fuck's
just
going on?
here, and they shut that up and they move it somewhere else. Like,
I
Yeah.
know it's terrible for our listeners, but that was one of the most unbelievable pictures I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. There's, we're not sharing that one. But it, man, it was.
Could
imagine
we,
if you did.
could we
and they
describe
come
the
here.
picture? Could we describe it?
Oh, it's just people at dinner.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's just people hanging out at dinner.
just a couple goombats.
Yeah. Imagine if he did post it and they had to come down here and rough him up.
I would laugh my ass off if
You just see
Minchie's getting
some big
smacked around.
some
like
big goon just waiting outside the office.
Ebony's just rubbing her boobs up against the window. What is happening on Friday?
It's just so funny. Though.
office is
Literally,
wild.
I went to two like beautiful girls, and then like they're all the guys, all the guys are talking.
And
to
these girls you met.
No, I know one of them I grew up with. One of them I grew up with. Like
Okay, the other
Monroe
one's a
girl. The
friend.
other one's a family friend from Mississippi, but she runs like a PR firm up here.
And you guys just going to hit the town, and all
Yeah.
of a sudden you ended up here. And
Well,
then,
no, the PR firm girl was like, we got to go eat at this place. Like she's been going there and knew people.
See, that's when you got a little shafted. That's good that the restaurant's open. But, like, that's when it turns into, oh, now we're going to a club. The next thing you know, you're at fucking One Oak.
Yeah.
Till 3 in the morning.
What a shame that
And you're calling us. What?
What a shame that would be.
Well, it's a shame he couldn't go. One Oak's not, it's like not
Oh,
open.
I thought you were saying
Yeah,
that'd be bad.
he's
for
saying
him.
in normal time.
And the next
All
thing
right.
you know, we get a group text at 5 a.m. Guys, I'm not coming to fucking... I'm not coming to Pick Central tomorrow. Somebody else host. I need to get some sleep. Then you go to a diner.
And he
at
sends
6
us those
Yeah,
pictures.
it's 6, 7 in the morning. Yeah, exactly.
I was actually proud. I was proud of myself that I wasn't tempted on this. Like one of the main guys like did the sign of respect, like tried to pour me a glass of wine, and I said no. Yeah, and I was like, and he would no. He asked like 3 times. I'm like, no, like I don't drink alcohol. Like I couldn't
All right,
believe
so
I
then
did
you-
it.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no,
You
but
had
I
it
was
out.
like proud of myself because I was like, I mean, I
Yeah,
for real
yeah,
have kicked
yeah.
this if I could, because that would have been the spot I would have had a glass of wine if there was ever one in life.
Right,
that was
right,
it.
right.
And I still said no.
No, I respect that. You got to give him. That's the thing. He probably got offended the first 3 times. You just got to tell him.
No, I just like look, I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah,
like
I'm
thank
out
you so
on
much
it.
for
I'm out on it.
yeah. But I was actually kind of proud of myself for that one. But
I love
yeah.
it, Mincy. You're glowing today. Friday's, it's just
Dude,
there's
it's a
somebody-
heater.
Got his good hat on.
There's somebody. It's just something. There's 4 of us. That gives good vibes. It's just no one's bringing us down.
It's been a while since there's been fucking a sporting event on the TV during the day.
Yeah,
It always
it's
brings
nice.
the show up. You know.
Even though I'm getting
Yeah, even though
smoked.
Duquesne's getting.
You
I was looking at
You guys took Duquesne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
a few.
Sorry.
Run,
You
I
got
didn't
the
know.
Bonnies? You got the Bonnies?
No, but
I honestly thought St. Bonnie's. I was thinking
It's
just
like-
it's square, pretty square.
I'm like the asshole at the bar. Like, what do you mean you took Duquesne? I have no opinion on the game, and they're obviously winning by 20. Sorry,
I
boys.
watched some of that Richmond Duquesne yesterday, and it was ugly. I was like, man, neither of these teams are very good.
Nah,
I mean, it was bad.
Game's far from over.
All you're getting is 7.5.
That's a lot of
Well, I
points.
mean, it's easy to say that now when they're up 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
you are
I'm
really being
a
Joe
prick.
Smith,
I'm being a
the Monday
prick.
quarterback.
They played a great game yesterday. They beat
Being a
comeback
prick.
against Richmond.
Nah, Richmond fucking sealed their fate a long time ago. Enjoy the golf course, boys.
Yeah, they were all hyped up this year.
Yeah, then
They had their moment in the sun when they beat a Kentucky team that was like top 10 off their
I
name
know.
beginning of the year.
the coach got too hot. He started doing the media tour, and he picked the wrong medias, and they went down the tubes.
I do want to ask about these other A10 games.
It's true though, Marty.
I have no comment.
No.
And we,
He came and he was on the show.
the hype group's going to be pouring out the
He went on the
record before and after.
Yep.
He was the one who went on the
His-
other.
the-
Think somebody
the
comes
record-
on our show and goes in the shitter? Come on, Ben.
The record before they went on the show and after they went on the show.
So we're gonna have
It's probably great.
Yeah, whatever. It's not a.
Say it.
promo.
Say
Wait,
it.
I think we'll have 3 1 seeds and 3 2 seeds possibly.
No. 2.
What are people that you've had on?
Yeah. 3
Yeah.
1. We have 3 1 seeds and possibly 2 or 3 2 seeds.
I know you got
Oh.
probably an 8 from Louisiana. Is LSU looking at about an 8?
Yeah, we want them in. We want.
No, but they could be fun because if
They
Cam
can.
Thomas goes off in like an 8 versus 1 game, they could be.
Absolutely.
Like if they get hot, they could be.
So Oklahoma State's going to get in.
Definitely.
Definitely. The clock's
no,
run
not,
out.
Not, yeah, it's run
Tournament
out, right?
clock's run out. It's
Yeah,
over.
like they have to.
I think they ran out the clock on them.
So that means they're in or they're not.
I think they're in.
They said if they don't hear from them, they're good.
I think they're in.
Are they on the national championship odds now or no?
Yeah.
You got 11
I'll tell you right now.
yesterday?
Yes. People are like.
I had
12.
12.
So
yeah.
so for everyone who says, "Oh, you're a scumbag," you lock in your numbers on Tuesday or Wednesday for pick'em, and it goes in my favor when the lines go up. Just know that the line goes down when you lock it in.
Yeah, but when I did it at the same time as you.
What?
I did it at the same time as you.
I give it to TJ. We go on the Barstool Sportsbook app, and I had it at 11. TJ, I think mine was a little bit earlier than his, though, right? 9 in the morning, maybe. I'm usually
Correct.
the first. I'm usually the first one.
Yeah.
And I don't do it in the group chat because I don't want people stealing my picks.
Well, we already.
Smart man.
People already stole my
We already have
conference.
some
So what
people
else do
trying
I
to
have
do
left?
that.
Next time I start sending my outfits, and you start stealing what I'm wearing. I have nothing left then.
No, you will only wear free stuff, so that'll be
Nah, I
fine.
bought the shirt.
Did you?
Yeah. The shoes are free. I got them for my wife.
The guy's trying to get Reeboks. Say he's getting those for free.
Fuck the sneaker game. I'm out on them.
Can't
West Coast
get the
Joe.
pumps.
Couldn't get the pumps. The only shoe I care about. Fucking scumbags.
I love you guys in the chat. They love the story. They were going nuts about it.
Oklahoma State.
I'm going nuts about it, man.
20-1.
I feel like that's. I mean, it's. What do you think? I'm looking for like one or two.
I would say it's like fair odds.
Fair
It's not
odds.
like,
It's exactly what I
I'm not
thought.
going to say it's like crazy
It's
value.
one that's
but
It's hard to win 6 games in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, especially with the freshman leading you. I mean, Melo did it. Like
Yeah.
He's not even a freshman to me.
he's a grown man.
I know,
He
yeah.
really
He's
is.
like we said, we interviewed Cade Cunningham, we interviewed like Mac McClung. Like Mac McClung was a kid to me.
And Mac McClung's older. That's crazy.
Yeah, and Cade Cunningham was like a grown ass man.
I mean, you were asking to be in his entourage, and he was like, no.
Yeah,
He was like, I'm good on you.
Just shot
He
down.
wouldn't send me.
He's
he
like,
wouldn't
you
send me
could,
McDonald's All American stuff either.
He's like, just ask my dad. And that's just like, yeah, go fuck yourself.
What, for the gear or?
No, to be in this.
He wanted the entourage.
squad. I got Hunter Dickinson's entourage. Do you think he'll get drafted?
I don't know. Maybe he's playing well.
I mean, he's literally.
I haven't checked the boards. I never
Player of
checked
the
the
year
boards.
is nominated. I know he's not
I
gonna
do
get
want to
it.
hear what. So I didn't get to see much of Oklahoma State Baylor because I was obviously like having one of my favorite nights of my entire life. What went down this
You have an
game?
excused
I love
absence.
when
Don't worry about it.
talking about his night, and he just goes, the main guy was like,
The main guy.
It was.
you
Dude,
couldn't have been.
It was,
I couldn't pick a more out of place person to be at that dinner than you.
Oh, ever.
Ever. Like
No,
at
but
this
it
company.
was like, okay, so I had a moment where it was like they were obviously all about the women I was with, and they were like kind of like who the hell is this guy here? And
Did
they
you
were
say Av?
yeah, but
I like that.
He's getting some slang
No,
words
let's go.
now.
yeah, no. So anyway, the guy at the table
bell.
over was singing. I don't know if he was singing the Frankie Valli "I Love You, Baby" or Elvis
Who
Presley.
was singing?
This guy. It was his 51st birthday.
And he was singing.
Yeah. Oh, he was standing up. It was the full Italian deal, just standing up, cheers and salute,
Unbelievable.
singing the
Just
karaoke.
Chindan.
Dude,
Chindan.
I think I got some video of some of the singing, but dude, it was the whole deal, and I was obviously singing along with them, just loving it. And they like me, but I was like, love the positive energy in here. This is awesome. And they were like, yes. That was I think where I broke the eye. And then I think they also gave me respect that I was in there with those 2 girls. They were like, this guy kind of has to be something.
This guy fucks.
Last night was a movie.
It was insane.
It's great.
Dude, what a world.
So, to answer your question, Baylor kind of punched him in the mouth early. Oklahoma State got back to 4. I don't think ever.
4 a couple times,
I don't think
actually.
ever took the lead. Got it to like 5 or 6 late, and then needed a bucket. Missed. Cunningham went out with the ankle
Yeah, the
injury.
ankle. That's
What a-
going to be like.
Yeah, what are they
It didn't
saying
look
about
great.
that?
It didn't look great.
Didn't look great.
It didn't look like horrendous, but you could tell he was laying there like rubbing it, like he was flexing with it, like he really wanted to stay in. And then once he stood up, they were just like, "Guy, like you can barely walk right now. You can't stay in."
So then it was so obvious. It gets to 6, you miss. Gets to 8, and maybe it was 7, 9, and then that's what it was, Ev.
Yeah,
The guy
11.
goes down on a layup and does a fucking full spin in the lane to hit a layup, like total showboat. Hits it. It's at 11. They come down. We had a shot for a back door, depending on what number you had. Couldn't get it. So
yeah, it was
But Baylor controlled the game.
It was a
Yes.
Baylor game
Okay.
where they were like,
Okay.
like if
Oklahoma
you forgot,
State-
like now, like
Yeah.
like wake, like if you're sleeping on us, wake the fuck up.
Butler was really good.
That's
Chemo
Butler
Joshua,
was
all of them.
incredible,
I mean,
actually.
Oklahoma State took their punches and played with it. They played a tough team, especially on the road. But it was a controlled win for Baylor. It was a good win.
No,
for Baylor.
literally, yeah, I think second half, late in the second half, twice they cut it to 4.
Yes.
And the one it was even they cut it basically from I think 13 or 15 to 4. They went a little run, and then they had a bad Cunningham had a bad turnover layup. Then they had another bad turnover layup. So it was like right when they got it to 4, then it was like bang 9.
But at the time, it was at 4. Also,
But then they cut it to 4 again, though.
That's the one where I was saying there's no way it's getting to 11. Like, I'm good now.
No, once
I
it hit
mean,
4, I think that was maybe 2.5
Yep.
minutes left. I was like, all right, 12 is pretty safe.
Yeah,
now.
right. No. Crazy.
But no, that was definitely if you forgot, you better ask somebody kind of game. Like they showed we are a 1 seed, we are a top 3
And
team.
these schmucks, you're telling me when Michigan lost, Illinois got blown out, weren't people off of them? So many people were like, "Dude, Michigan like that."
I mean, it felt like one just bad performance, though.
I
don't know
agree.
that people bailed on.
I think they did because
if you
people
were
were
off
tweeting.
at home, you're an idiot.
People were telling me like,
they had
"Oh,
so many good wins.
Michigan
That's a
still
throwaway
hasn't
game.
beaten anybody. They beat
What?
Iowa. They beat fucking like."
Who's beating anybody then? You know,
That's
they
what
beat the
I'm.
shit out of-
That's what I said there too, and I'm a huge, my Big Ten take, but like that's where I was like, all right, if you're gonna say that, you can't just get off them because yesterday was such a letdown game
it's a
too,
throw.
where
That's a-
Michigan State has more to play for, and they fucking annihilated. them.
That's what I said. I thought Nebraska could have beat Michigan that night the way they played. Like anybody, that was just a
You know,
throwaway
they
game.
just laid an egg.
Yeah, like
straight
that's
up, laid an
just
egg.
hey, we suck tonight. Like take a shower with your uniforms on, as my coach used to say, because we stunk. Wash the stink off.
No, I mean, they got to play them again this weekend. They got a home and home.
Sunday,
Yes.
Which honestly, I think they might just wax them again.
they're going
because they're gonna want to just stick it up Michigan State's
Do you think
ass.
there's a little
no
bit-
tournament?
Yeah,
wanna
they've been
just
hearing about. They've been
keep-
hearing about
keep
the.
'em out.
They've been hearing about the Izzo
Because
march
they know
forever.
if they pick up a win over Michigan, like that's gonna leapfrog them in a good spot.
Yeah. You're right.
It's set up.
You're
Big,
right.
Big Ten and Big 12 tourneys are going to be fascinating. Just how deep the conferences
Yeah.
are. I mean, every matchup from like the quarters to the end is going to be.
You got to give credit to these conferences that do the staggered times too. Last night I was up till 1 a.m. watching the Ohio Valley, Eastern Kentucky,
Yeah. Austin P.
Austin P. What a fucking Austin P. waited 30. You talk about bad clock management. Waited 30 seconds to foul or 25 seconds to foul. Down 3. Or,
You know
down,
what,
or down
actually-
1, they made it 3, and then they come down and they only had 5 seconds
and
to
they
take a
came
shot.
back like they were down 10
Yeah.
with like a few minutes left and brought it all
Brought
the
it
way
right
back.
back. It was a good game.
You know what I was thinking about? Like, remember that day Baylor played? What was that? Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah.
No.
The
West Virginia
that was
Baylor.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, that was an early game on.
That's
on
what made
Tuesday
me.
or Wednesday or
That's what
something.
made me Tuesday. That's what made me excited for Sweet 16 because like that game was a standalone, and then the other games were a standalone. Like that is, I think it's gonna be cool about the Sweet 16 because that was like Baylor. Even though Baylor or West Virginia shouldn't be at 5 o'clock, it was just like it's nice to have that game. All right, now I got Michigan, Illinois, then I got Duke, Georgia Tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math. Could they stagger the Sweet 16? There's 4 games on Thursday and 4 games on
What,
Friday. Does that make sense? Moving forward, could they do 5, 7, 9, 10, 30?
That's too many numbers.
You think, like, we obviously all want standalone, but what used to suck for the Sweet 16 was you have 2 going opposite.
Mhm.
You have the 2 games at once. Do you think that's something in the future that they go to the
I don't know.
to the standalones? I think it would be awesome.
I mean, I feel like it'd have to be so unless they have. I mean, all the channels obviously owned by the same network. So I mean, they obviously could make it
Right.
work if they really wanted to.
Yeah, and Ben, you're a little bit older. You're about my age. I was telling
I'm
them,
older,
like,
yeah, I'm
like
older,
Jake and Marty are like, they still like almost don't believe me because they were so young. But do you remember when you only were watching the Sweet 16 game, even in the first round, second round, you only got
Yeah,
the
well, they
game-
didn't have the 4 channels because
No.
they used to have like
Bro,
you'd have one on. You'd have it was bad.
Bro, you barely got look-ins. They would only
Yeah.
if you were in the East, you were getting Villanova against Kansas, and then if Oklahoma State Duke was a really good game, you were only getting like look-ins based on your geographical region.
Yeah,
It was
That's crazy.
insane.
I like how they're
Also,
staggering the Sweet 16 now though.
the second round on Sunday, they would go to 60 minutes at 6 o'clock. Like shit would end at 6 o'clock. It was all jammed up. They all started at the same time.
So how many? So it'd only be on 1-2 channels.
It'd be on one
It'd be
channel.
CBS, yeah.
Just one.
CBS.
That's
CBS.
One channel.
And then the other thing is like they used to now they like the Sunday night, the second round games they'll play like
They
late
play
night.
all night. That
Yeah, they
was
used
never
to
the
just be
case.
all like 11 to 5.
Like you guys have no idea how lucky you are to have streaming shit. Like when the streaming shit came out, that was a game changer. But even that was spotty. Like now you have 4 games on 4 cable channels. we sound like the old guys.
No,
in
it's-
the park, but you're fucking very
You
lucky.
are.
But it's been great.
We
for
are
the
the old guys in the park.
Yeah,
We
we
are
were great.
very
Again,
lucky.
dude, get the CBS,
Unbelievable.
TNT,
Let's put that on the
True
record.
TV.
You guys are the old people.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
y'all
is-
should. If it was
which is-
10 years ago, I mean, I can't imagine how
Which
wild
is
that would
weird
have gotten
because
last
we're
night.
not that old. We're not that old.
So 27-year-old Mets would have been, oh, man, I might have been about 4 wine bottles deep last night. I can tell you that.
Your eye would have been fucking drooping to your knees like mine does when I get drunk.
Yeah, I'd probably wake up with some debts that I didn't like.
Mitzi,
you know,
Mitzi would have had a couple buttons loose, some sweat going.
some red wine stains on the shirt for sure.
Now,
Yeah,
these
say
girls,
we're
You would have been singing the Frankie Valley.
I sang it anyway, dude. I was in there singing.
these
Down
girls
12.
were hitting the bottle hard too.
One was a little bit.
All
They were drinking, yeah, they were a little bit.
I'm judging. I'm just
Oh
asking.
no, for sure. No, it was big time, to say the least. Other stuff. So Michigan killed Michigan State. Obviously, big
Yeah,
statement.
smoked 'em.
Big statement there. Ev, what other game? What other games you hit big? Iowa.
Yeah, at Iowa.
Iowa was
Iowa
an
was easy. No,
one.
that was a good read by you because you were the one who brought up first. That was literally the same exact game as the Florida State game, like the same situation where just coming off the big win, Nebraska
Has player
and,
out. Player out.
after the player was out, kind of similar to how Boston College had the coach out. They just beat Notre Dame, come back, get smoked.
We're so
we got
fucking
some
bad.
Washington
Throw it down in the
Because
ATN.
Duquesne's coming back, baby.
Yes.
Duquesne.
The Quents,
Get
baby.
control of the game, ref.
Get him fired up.
Gets wild in the A10.
Get him up.
I've noticed
Get up,
it
Duquesne.
does get wild in the A10 though. I didn't realize how big the rivalries and
A10's a
stuff
fun
were.
conference.
Yeah,
A10's
they hate each other.
Great conference.
Ben, the A10 is lunacy. You mentioned one thing. They're fucking the VCU. Anything I do about Wichita State, I know they're not in the A10, but the VCU people, they stole our song. Dukes has it. There's fan accounts for LaSalle. Fucking Aria gets involved. All the St. Joe's people that I'm friends with, they fucking come in. Hawk Hill Hardwood. It's
those-
lunacy.
They're my favorite fans because that's
You got
their
Spider
teams-
trying to get guys fired at Fordham, and he's
Their
telling them
teams-
it's
like-
lunacy.
Spider
It's
literally
lunacy.
was rooting against his alma mater every single game. Now he's not because they fired the coach.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, I
why-
actually have a tie to that coach. He was like, apparently he likes to play poker a lot. And I have a friend that was good friends with him.
Spider fucking hates him.
But these teams, this is why their fans are crazy because they're not like Duke or Kentucky or them who always get in. Like they're so bad usually, or they're always mediocre that they have to win their conference tournament that they go fucking nuts.
Also-
every year.
also-
And they all don't have football schools.
well, that's what I was
too.
just
Yeah.
going to
So
say. Basketball's all
everything.
they have. Only thing they have.
Listen, it's a great environment. Some of these A10 games are. I've been to
Give
St.
me-
Joe's. It's good.
Give
to
me-
watch.
I know
Tee
Dayton's
up-
got a
tee up
serious
the-
fan base
Tee up
too.
the Bonnies. Give me some free throws for Duquesne.
Let me see
Yeah,
everyone's
Bonnies are
best.
scumbags.
Tee 'em up. Ooh, that's a good one.
I don't know.
I know a guy. The real one you're supposed to. They go like this. They do the one finger.
Mincy,
You gotta be
I
aggressive
want,
with it.
I want
Big
to.
hard
I've hurt
tee.
my fingers.
I want to go off of sports for a second.
You can do whatever
I
you
have
want.
one deep thought that came up last night on
Okay.
my Clubhouse.
Okay.
Clubhouse got wild last
This is
night.
the high thought late night.
It was me, Eddie,
Lunacy.
and Terrence Ross. It was a wild night. So we're talking. Do you think that like movies bring in like you ever see Transformers? Have you?
I have.
No.
Yeah.
You have? Well, they're
The first one?
when they're in Antarctica and they like go to underneath world and it's regardless. Do you think these movies are like pretty much hiding in plain sight of what's actually happening sometimes in the world because like we're like, oh, there's no way that would fucking happen, but in reality it's actually happening. Like there's a world underneath, or like and they say aliens are
I
up,
saw Baker Mayfield talking about that.
aliens are into space. Like no, aliens are actually underneath Antarctica. There's a world underneath Antarctica.
See, I thought when you first started saying it, I thought you were taking it to a place where, like, you know, how, like obviously in movies you'll have like some futuristic settings where it's like, oh, we have all this shit that like
Yes, that's
hasn't
what
been
I meant.
events in the real world. Like for example, like obviously this is kind of just a generic one. Like people talk about cartoons like a hoverboard.
Yeah.
Like you see them in like Jimmy Neutron and like random movies and shit. So like they gotta have one in real life, right? Like how do we have one in a movie and not real life? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and I'm also saying that they're like they're hiding in plain sight of like crazy things that like we think are crazy because it's a movie, but it's actually like real life. Like there's a scientist back in the day that went to Antarctica and like kind of found out some shit, and like that there's places in the North Pole and the South Pole where you can go like like holes and underneath the world. And he came back and like the White House like shushed him and like said, shut the fuck up, like don't be talking about this. It's crazy. Why do you think they fucking put Santa Claus on this North Pole? Just to make it seem like a loony land, and you never want to go there because no kid wants to be on the naughty list, and that's why we can't go
And
there.
that's where they just,
These are
got
deep
shit
thoughts,
going on.
Marty. You're right.
Lunacy.
It's
Those thoughts
not
got out of
a
hand last
crazy
night,
thing,
Marty.
though, right?
I was in there listening for a sec, and it was Buddha Ben and Terrence Ross backing stuff, like bouncing stuff off each other. That spiraled out of control fast.
You guys are all gonna think like people are coming after you. You're gonna be fucking like terrifying.
I don't trust. I don't trust nobody.
I
One
know.
of the funniest things.
I don't trust nobody.
They're gonna just all scare themselves and end up living in a bubble like the guy in fucking Better
Bubble
Call
Boy.
Saul.
Yeah, dude. One of the funniest things in the clubhouse. We're like 2 hours in, and we're like really, really high thoughts. And some poor girl comes in as a listener and raises her hand. I bring her up, and she goes, "I just got into this chat. I hope you all are motivated to talk about some golf." And I was like, and Terrence Ross goes, "You came to the wrong chat, lady." And we just kicked her right out. I felt so bad. It was like we literally just got done talking about like how the brain named itself Brain. And then she goes, "You want to talk about some golf?"
Wow.
Yeah.
The brain one's good.
The brain one's tough.
That's good. That's good.
Dude, me and Big Ed were talking to this guy the other day. He's like, "You'll never stand backwards on the stairs."
Blew my mind. I literally stood up and just started
Wait,
turning
what?
around.
You'll
I'm
never
at
stand
apartment.
backwards on the stairs.
I hadn't really ever thought of it like that.
We got text. Only down 8. But
7
yeah,
and hook, right?
if you ever are just on the stairs, if you turn around, you're going down. If you turn around, you're going up.
Interesting. Can't say I ever thought of it like that. I usually just
It's true.
went up and down, but just did
it's
it
fact.
arbitrarily.
I was in there
Fact.
for 10 seconds about a week ago. Never going back. Support them. Love Eddie. Love Terrence Ross. Can't be in there.
Terrence
Not
Ross
for
is,
you, huh?
Terrence Ross
Not
is
for
a
me.
boy.
That's what I told
dude.
Vibs. I'm like, listen, man, I like your content. Rooting for you. I can't do the chucking, dude.
Dude, he was
Can't
on
do
there
it.
for 2 hours last night, just like listening to my stupid shit, but like he like enjoys it. It's crazy. Like usually people are like, "All right, dude, I'm good," and Duquesne's gonna win this game.
They're on a
love it.
12-0 run in 2 minutes.
In 2
What
minutes.
the fuck?
Bang a 3 right in their mouth.
Ooh. We're watching the
Give me a bucket.
Yeah, we're watching Duquesne St. Bonnie's.
Yeah. Also,
quarterfinal.
and we don't know where like some of us are gonna be for these next couple of weeks when these games are on. You're gonna have a lot of dead air when these games are on, when we're all fucking betting on it.
That was the best when Barstool Radio was first coming
See, we gotta-
out, and
see,
it was just
We got to
Dan
start
and
just
Dave just
broadcasting.
gambling. They made Tommy do play-by-play.
That's what I'm saying. Just start doing play-by-play.
Yeah, we'll get
I
Jake
could do
Marshall
that.
here.
I'd
It
actually like
was
to do that.
fucking hilarious.
I'd actually like to do that.
That was Tommy's like bit. Tommy literally went from like it was Dave's bit like good luck guy. Anywhere Dave went, he would bring Tommy.
Yeah,
and
Team
in
Portnoy.
1 week,
Got like
So,
creepy. He
he-
was like living with them. It was
Tommy would he'd call him over like, "Hey, you're
come
Uber.
over.
I need to win."
another heater.
Tommy was in March Madness. They went to Vegas together, fucking killed it, and he went to spring break after it because he was still in college and came back. He had like every like 21-year-old's dream of like of his life. That
Well, I
week.
just remember Dave always talking about the famous plane ride too. That Big Cat was up in first class with him. Tommy was in the back. He was betting on like 5-6 baseball games. They all were shit. He makes them switch. They all just turn and won.
Yeah. Big Cat,
every
Big Cat
single
gave
game.
Big
up.
Kid had to go to the coach.
Big Cat,
Well, he gave it up.
He's
He
like,
gave it
I'm
up.
gonna give it up because we need these to turn. And then Tommy
And
sat
literally,
down,
it was
they
like
all won.
immediately every single one.
But
turned.
Dan, see, that's where Dan's great.
No.
Is because Dan respects the gambling code more. There's no big time with Dan. If somebody says, "Oh, it's true for gambling," he's
No,
like,
he-
"All
no,
right,
'cause
yeah,
Dave-
Dan, you got to take your shoes off and hold your hands over your head for 3 hours
Dude,
so my baseball game
you
turns."
can be-
All right,
Because
he does it
because
because
he gets it.
he
He
believes
gets
in
it.
it. No, he
You
absolutely
can
believes
be
in it.
the
Gambling
biggest-
karma.
the first day intern, but if you had something to do that was making the juju go right, he'll leave.
Exactly.
And that's what I respect because I do too. I'll do anything for some good juju.
Have to.
Yeah, no, I just can't. I mean, just to echo just how approachable and awesome he's unbelievable. Like I sent
What
him
the
like
fuck
I
What was
sent,
that defense?
Wait, you have
More like
you have
Ukane,
same
no
bodies,
D.
you fucking twat.
TJ. More like Ukane, no D.
DeQuint.
Duquesne. Isn't that in Pittsburgh? Duquesne
It
in
is.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't call TJ for a ding. That's fine. Buzz me all you want. You can't.
No,
call him.
TJ dinged Rico. I buzzed him.
Okay,
I do
That
the
was
I
too
do the
much.
dings. Colby has the
Alright.
buzz button.
Yeah,
Colby's got a fucking heavy wrist over there.
2 of them.
Ev, want to mention Knicks? Did you end up betting on him? I took him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I
That-
should have gave it out. I forgot that one. I forgot.
I
to tweet out,
added
but-
it and bailed on the Grizzlies covered too. but-
What's the ceiling for the Knicks? Second round?
No, first.
Yeah. Depending on. I mean, no. I think
Let them
if
get
they
into the playoffs.
if they
first.
could stay like a 4-5, we're talking ceiling.
yeah, there's
The highest they could possibly go.
Yeah, I Big
I think
time.
second round is the highest they could possibly go.
That's great.
That's
though.
more than fair.
That's
That's
awesome.
some
Fair,
guys
that's fair.
that you're building with and some playoff experience.
Now they're gassing up, which I don't know. I'm not really crazy about this. I was seeing some rumor that they want Drummond,
What do they have to give up?
that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we doing here? Like, if it's like a contract dump, like whatever, I guess, and you want to just play with him this year, see what happens. But like, I don't want to give up real assets for
No.
Andre Drummond.
No.
He's a good player, but it's just
Also a good
that
player
type
like
of
2
center.
years ago.
That type of no, he was playing really good this year, even with the Cavs early on.
Yeah.
They just haven't been playing him since. God, you don't watch NBA.
Yeah, I know, but I still know like it's the fucking Cavs.
Well, that's what I'm getting. But you can still play well.
I understand. It's with the Cavs. He's their guy.
But you're just talking.
What do you mean I'm just talking? Just because you watch doesn't mean I'm fucking wrong.
But I'm saying you're just like, oh, like what? So he's with the Cavs. That means he can't play well.
Oh my God. I'm
I
saying
was in the middle of saying that it's just that kind of center just doesn't really fit. But you cut me off.
Okay, so I was right.
Sort of.
So I'm fucking right.
I was already saying that I didn't really want him.
So just because I cut you off and I said I was right, I'm wrong?
He was playing good basketball. That's a fact.
But you don't want him, so he fucking stinks.
No, he
No,
just
it's not a
doesn't
good fit.
He just doesn't
Not a
And you
fit.
don't
good
want to
fit.
give up assets.
Not a
Doesn't
good
fit.
fit. He's fucking not that good anymore.
Fine.
He's like an
There
older
we
school
go.
center, right? He doesn't.
No, that,
he doesn't have the
it's
spacing
more his
anymore.
style of
yeah,
play
he
than it
doesn't
is
the spacing.
than him as his caliber of player.
There's a new free agent in the NBA. Maybe the Knicks go after Blake
There
Griffin.
is.
Oh, he got out of his contract.
Yeah, buyout.
Man, I wonder.
I feel like he's just gonna go to like the fucking Clippers or like Nets or something like that.
You think he'd go back to the Clippers?
Maybe, I don't know.
There's no that's the thing with the NBA. It kind of drives me nuts. Is like, oh, that guy left us, and then he'll there's no
Yeah, these are the teams.
there's no uproar of the players if Blake
I'd like to
Griffin
see him
wanted
go
come
to
back.
Phoenix.
It's
They don't
it's
care.
literally like the list is exactly what you'd expect: Lakers, Clippers, Nets, Warriors, Heat.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. He abandons the Clippers. Whatever. He leaves the Clippers.
I kind of like.
He didn't abandon the Clippers.
He left.
They traded him.
Traded him.
Did they?
Yeah, to the
Ah,
Pistons. They traded him.
misinformed. Never mind.
No, that's why they made the whole thing about they put
I
his
like
jersey.
that. That's
They
fine.
They
I'm
put it-
misinformed.
they put
It's
his jersey
I
up in-
won't jump on your throat for
I
that.
thought he left.
Yeah,
I thought he
it's
was
all
one of
right.
the
You're
guys who bailed.
misinformed.
I lose track. I don't
They-
have the Clippers beat reporters in my Rolodex. Too busy, watching
Mountain West.
shit that matters. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not watching Mountain West.
yeah Eb's saying
big
he's the king
sky.
of the Mountain West.
And you're allowing this.
I'm
You're the
Mr.
host of
Mountain
the
West.
week.
I don't know anything.
I
I'm
didn't
just
say
like,
Mr. Mountain West.
it's a bit, yeah.
All right.
I'm
I
picking
feel
my
like
spots.
we have like a Mountain West like draft, like
We
y'all
do.
pick the games in the tournament or something.
I
would
couldn't
love.
care less about the Mountain West.
That's your problem.
Couldn't care less.
But first weekend of the tournament, you will be betting Mountain West teams. Oh, I like them.
Oh, I will.
See,
I'll
that's-
bet them. I don't give a shit about them right now.
Do you understand? It's
It's a
like
fun
it's a lot.
concept.
When the Mountain West is playing during the day, I'll bet on them.
It's a lot like
That's the
Dan's-
East Coast.
Well, see, but that's the
Have you ever
opposite for me.
seen it?
I'm betting them because I'm up late night watching them.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I'm okay with you doing that. I don't give a fuck.
You see my tweet last night? It's like somebody's like, I've been going to work like bleary eyed all week, and like the obvious solution is one night you say, hey, I'm gonna go to bed at 8:30 or 9 o'clock, but that means you would miss fucking
But this is March.
the Iowa game, then you would miss Eastern Kentucky. So like, yeah, I'm gonna watch Eastern Kentucky, Austin P, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
sacrifice sleep because it's a lot like Dan's analogy with the sandwich. You only get this for a short period of time. Before we know it, it's gonna be May, and you're not gonna have basketball. So enjoy it while you can.
I mean, I was up like a sick fuck
And-
last night
and they
watching the
took it away
game
from
cast
us
to Santa
last year.
Clara.
They
Yeah.
took it away from us last year. So enjoy what you have.
I said I was
That's
up
the
till
message.
I was literally up till 2 in the morning last night watching fucking Santa Clara.
the
Oh,
Portland.
I know.
What happened in that one? The Santa Clara
They
Portland.
didn't cover.
I hung it up on that one. I didn't know that one was even
Portland,
out there. I'm
it's
sorry.
tipped at midnight.
There are
Por-
some
Portland is trash, but they were just conveniently last night. They were just on fire. I think they went like 12 for 20 from three, just crazy.
Oh, you stupid fuck. How do you get stuck? Fucking Colby's keeps doing the muscles and he has St. Bonnie's. It's pissing me off.
Cole, you got any other
I feel like
winning
this
picks
game's
for
been,
us?
I feel like this game's been going on for like 4 hours.
So long.
It has. Bro, I'm like, Minty beat me in ping pong yesterday.
Good match though.
It was a
Went
great match.
went
I'm
three
not-
games.
I'm not kidding. Like, my legs are killing me.
Yeah.
I'm so sore. I couldn't barely. Dude, today, I didn't know what to do. So I always take the elevator. You know I don't take the stairs for shit.
I took the elevator. I'm lazy too.
We were walking in, and there was a blind guy walking with me. And I opened the door. The guy knows him, helped him in. Should have I gone in the elevator with him? I didn't want to like open the elevator and it wasn't his floor, and then he was walking out, and I didn't know what to do, so I took the stairs. Is that wrong?
Yeah, I probably would. I don't know. But then, what do? You're supposed to go up to the 7th, come back down.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you were wrong.
I've never been in that
I
situation.
think you didn't know what to do. You made a move.
He had help though. Like someone was with him. Like the door guy was with him.
Part of being a man is making tough decisions.
It's a tough decision.
You made a tough decision. You got to live with
That's
it.
a split decision too.
No, there's no thought in that. It's just bang bang.
Yeah, and I was hurt.
It's like making your read as a quarter. Like be bang bang. 1, 2.
Throw it.
Off.
Fucking
check down. You check down. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Speaking of quarterback, fucking checking down. Whatever show that they just had on. Did you see the quarterback rankings for the draft? Zach Wilson won. Tyler Lawrence.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence too.
That's Chris
They've been
Sims.
saying
Yeah,
that.
Sims.
It
Man,
went viral.
But-
I'm at a point with him though. He is pushing that hot take thing to just get clicks.
But
I'm telling you, his last.
No,
Yo,
yeah.
I
look
hate
at the
those
last
guys.
3
Did
Did you
years.
see what his
Look at his last 3 years.
Though?
His track record's pretty
He's
fucking
really good.
good.
Really
Sims is pretty
good.
good.
He literally the draft with Baker and all those
Okay.
guys. He had Lamar Allen 1-2. They would have been 4 or 5. Everyone else.
No,
They were
you know
clear
what? You know
1-2.
what? I retract. I want my statement.
That's what I said too.
Because the Lamar Allen.
He had those two as the best. Everyone had them as the 2 worst.
I'm just
of the
biased
5.
against him because he was an old Tampa Bay guy, and he always tries to bag on Sean Payton and the Saints, and so I hate him because of that.
Fair.
He always does. So I just got issues with him.
And I hate the hot take guys because there are guys like that who don't believe what they're saying and they just.
No, I think he legitimately.
Jim Rome, Bayless,
Kellerman.
Credit card.
Kellerman. No, well, I actually respected Cowherd. I think he's flipped for a little while. I used to think he had like thought out stuff. He would equate things like, oh, it's like buying a house. And he would make a thing like the Patriots. And he'd be like, all right, it makes pretty much sense. I didn't think Cowherd's a hot take guy. I think now he's playing into it a little bit.
Like the whole Baker shit's annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that he does on purpose because that just goes viral every time.
Right.
Yeah.
But
But he does-
Joey making videos
I thought
about
he had
it.
I thought he had a lot of good stuff. I actually respected Cowherd for a long time.
You know, Sims, I think he legitimately believes that Wilson's going to be like an unbelievable quarterback. I think he really does.
I mean, the kid was pretty good.
I mean, I could see it. I liked him.
The only one that honestly threw me off even more was how high he had Kellen Mond. He had Kellen Mond 4.
Wow.
You would know better than me.
I mean, I saw enough to look. I'm not gonna. Chris Sims knows more about quarterbacks than I do, but I mean, I'm gonna have to see it to believe it because he was just so inconsistent for 3 reasons. He also played for Jimbo Fisher, who's a quarterback guru, and yeah, he played better senior year, but they won a lot because they ran the ball and played defense this year.
Right.
I mean, they weren't like chunking it every down or anything.
It's crazy that
remotely
they
knew
were like in the national title picture this year.
No, they yeah.
For a second.
I mean, they lost
See,
one
they
game.
just lost to Bama so early, and they got smoked, so
Yeah, but
such an uphill battle.
I think they lost the final. It was the same final score as Ohio State, 52-24. I think A&M
Close to it, yeah.
I
It was
think
about the same, yeah.
A&M Bama and
Yeah.
Ohio State were like the same.
We would have smoked A&M.
Y'all were
I
good.
don't, we,
Okay, where's Fields going to end up going? You think?
I don't know.
I keep seeing.
It's just all over the place. For him, I just hope he ends up in like just a good situation.
Is he a first rounder?
Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure.
He's
I
he's
think
pro-
Carolina.
he's
I know,
probably
I
been the
just-
one right now that's the most like volatile. Well, some guys think he should be top 5. Some guys are thinking like 20.
A lot of people
Like,
dropped on him. I
think
yeah.
that you're seeing the crowds where some people are sticking now that so many people are dropping. Some people have been like, "Yo, he had 1-2 bad games. Like the one he literally hurt his throwing thumb
Right.
first quarter. Like give him a little bit of break. Like you saw some spots like that Clemson game, like some big spots, good opponents. He was unbelievable. Like he showed a lot of flashes. It's just going to be, I don't know.
The Clemson game was insane.
I mean, he was like throwing 60, 70 yards in the air, like in the bucket. Like the guy's a good
They
quarterback.
got that fucking asses kicked that game.
That's what we know. We kicked the shit out of Clemson.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a good fucking team.
That was a very factual.
lot of NFL talent on that defense.
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
the one I went on. Missouri Valley.
Well, what's that?
Southern Illinois against Loyola. Took Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
They gave him both times. They brought him to OT the one game I saw, and then the other one they had played a pretty close game with
So
him.
that doesn't show you that.
So I guess TJ, does that
Loyola?
even,
That's what made me
should that
stay away.
count?
I stayed away because it just was like it gave me pause.
No, I watched that. I watched the,
the fact
end of
that
that
the fact
game.
that the line was still that big, I just stayed away.
I took Southern Illinois.
Yeah, no, because you're a
Salukis.
square.
I
and saw-
watched the
you-
conference.
Yeah, you saw both of those games, and you're like, they're close, and they're gonna get blown
Yeah,
out.
I
tonight.
watched the games. Loyola plays very slow. 15's a lot of points.
All right, and I get to shove it up your ass when the way you texted in that group chat.
Fine. Literally.
What do you just said wrong?
This is wrong. when I'm doing picks. The game didn't start yet.
Guy goes, no.
Speaking of that, I've been getting some.
Dave, that's sorry, Ben.
No, go ahead.
That's an all-time pick'em thing too. When Dave starts reading his card, and I go, "Good pick, bad pick, good." There's nothing that fucking irks him more than when he's reading the card. I go, "Good pick, bad," and he just fucking hates it.
That's fun. I've been getting some feedback just from the listeners on the chat. People have been liking that we've been doing the picks a little earlier because we kind of explain them a little more,
Yeah.
as opposed to just like saying them at the end and not. So, are y'all down to get? You want to go ahead and should we go ahead and do
Start
it?
it up.
Yeah, let's
Big
let
Ev.
Ev do his
Ev
fucking
leading
victory
off 20.
lap.
Okay, real quick, I'll read the standings for
Please.
Ev. Yeah. Last night's results: Big Ev 8-3, Mush 4-2, Rico Bosco 1-1-1, Brandon Walker 2-3, me 4-5, Big Cat 0-2. March leaderboard through 1 week: Big F 21-10, damn, plus 10.05 units. Myself 20-14 plus 4.7 units. Brandon Walker 11-9 plus 3.4 units. Marty Mush 12-9 plus 2.1 units. Rico Bosco 9-1 down 0.7 units. Big Cat 5-8 minus 3.8 units.
I'm plus
Pretty
10
good.
units in college basketball. The way I bet, I hammer the big ones. So
And you do, and the unit thing is interesting here. You do
I know, yeah,
you
they used
double
to-
up at the first half in the game a lot.
I do.
Okay, well, Ev, you want to lead us off?
All right, well, I'm already on Duquesne in a sweat. I got St. Louis minus 7.5. I think this is kind of the same thing with St. Joe. It's like everyone's just, oh, UMass, like 100 points. Fade them today. Dayton plus 3.5. This one actually scares me because I feel like everyone's on Dayton, but
VCU,
I
I heard
just
their
think they're-
best players missed the last 2 weeks with the sprained ankle. They don't know if he's going to
yeah,
go.
Highland.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I just like that. They had a lot of veteran guys. I love Jalen Crutcher. I'm on Indiana State minus 5.5 at 4. I'm on the Dons from San Francisco money line tonight in the Western Conference, West Coast Conference tournament.
That's a great that's
Like their coach. Who they playing?
Loyola Marymount.
And they're getting points?
It's a pick'em. It's essentially a pick'em.
Interesting.
In Mr. Mountain West. I've been so high in Colorado State.
I mean, this is just fucking.
I'm on Nevada today at home.
Yeah?
I think Nevada gets it done today. It's the line. I think the line says a lot. It's a pick'em game.
Rams.
I've been the Colorado State guy.
Rams.
Give me
All right,
Nevada.
so this is
Give me
the
Nevada.
this is the mountain.
This is the Mountain West claim to
Oh,
fame.
yeah.
So what can we have some kind of
yeah.
the winner has to call the loser something like Mr. Mountain West?
Yes.
I mean, I am Mr. Mountain West, but
I think if you lose this,
Welcome to the
and he
Bellagio,
wins
Mr.
this,
Mr. Papa
but see, I don't
Giorgio.
get how he gets to come in. I've been just giving winners Mountain West. He comes in one day.
No, he was been. Did you hear that? He called you a one-day Mountain West guy. You gonna
I've been
sit
looking
there?
for. I've been looking for
You
all
believe
season.
that?
All season.
On this
What balls
program.
fucking Big
All
M's
se- all
got?
se- he's a
On
big
this
sky guy.
program, I have
He's
said
up.
for
Not for.
months.
I've been on the Mountain West all season.
No,
for
you
years.
haven't.
Yes, I have.
When have you been
Look-
on it all season?
Look at my cards.
It doesn't- Yeah, just because I bet on the ACC every game, I'm not Mr. ACC.
I'm Mr. Mountain West.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
When you address me as Mr. Mountain
I'll
West.
say, oh, fucking address you as a fucking stupid bitch. I ain't
Mr.
doing that
Mountain
shit.
West.
Mr.
For
Mountain
months.
West.
Mr.
Rico's
months
been doing
on
it
this
for months.
program. I have been saying
No,
the
you
Mountain
have.
West Championship tournament is going to be unbelievable.
You
And I've been
will-
too.
Unbelievable. All right, fine.
I
This
don't
is
think-
a-
He's been the big sky
No one
guy.
had-
He's
you
been the
have
big
never
King of the
sky.
big
said
sky.
Mr. Mountain West till this week.
I've been hot,
Yeah, you
He
can't
ha-
say
all
till
right,
this week.
He's been hot.
but I can't be even if I'm winning the Mountain West. I'm going 3-5. I can't be pounding my chest, Mr. Mountain West.
So when I come back,
Who's going 3-5 in the Mountain West?
no, I'm saying just in my whole card. If I'm going 3-5, but I'm winning in the Mountain West, I can't just be coming and pumping my chest.
Yeah, you
Look at
can.
my
Yeah,
card
you
line.
can.
No,
You can do whatever you want.
There's a lot of Nevada
Yes, you
clips.
can.
There's a lot of Nevada clips
If
from
I
me
go
saying
2-0,
when one Wolfpack dies, another rises. I went head to head with Dave after the AFC Championship games.
if I go 2-0
he
in the
he
Mountain
took
West,
Air Force. I shoved it up there. I got some Mountain West. All right, here.
I feel like you've been talking Mountain West.
We'll go head to. I don't want it to one game. We'll go head to head the rest of the way.
All right.
All right, in the tournament. So the tournament, how will we do that? How we?
A Mountain West off?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll bet, and I'm not a guy who likes to do that. I'll bet every game in the Mountain West tournament now. If
All
you're
right.
comfortable
Like,
doing
like
that.
how do
Yes,
we? Who
for
gets?
sure.
Do y'all take turns? Who gets to select first? I guess.
No,
Like,
I'd say it's
No,
blind.
it's just prep.
Blind.
Yeah, it's blind prep. Like there's gonna
Like,
be some
it-
nights where we're still on it. That'll actually be great because like he'll be a game ahead of me, but I still want to win my bet. So like I'm like, all right, whatever. You win the contest, but I'm rooting for. I want my San Diego State here first half.
so you, Ev, Mr. Mountain West. What do you want to be called? Do you
Well,
have
I'm still king of the Big Sky. Nobody
Okay.
can touch me in the Big Sky. Southern Utah down.
Eastern
early.
Washington.
Yeah,
Aren't they a
that,
team?
mark that game. It's gonna be unbelievable.
That's Northern Colorado.
Yep.
Like Northern Arizona.
Montana State. That's the one with the Idaho court when I wanted the guy on the federal investigation because they fucked me with the clock.
The Vandals.
Literally tagged the FBI.
Oh, so
Idaho Athletics
actually-
and FBI.
So, so I have to make sure then when the March Madness starts, you have to call me Martin Bublé again.
All right.
The bubbles back.
Bubbles back.
For the NBA playoffs?
No, for that March Madness in the bubble. Martin Bublé's back.
Bublé is back.
Wait, what's the background of that?
I
When
was
the NBA bubble came out.
yeah, I went like 6-0 the first 2 nights in the
And then
NBA
finished-
bubble. I might have been 40 units down after the
Finished
playoffs, but I would still be.
77.
I'd still be coming in like Bubbles is here.
The bubble boy.
It's like he was like fucking like literally addicted to being bubbles. He was 8-77 by the end of the fucking
That was
NBA championship.
one of my funnest times calling myself Bubbles and Martin Bublé.
And Brandon, of course, Brandon was getting mad, so we had all the memes, Bubbles from The Wire, fucking Bubble. We were telling all the people like bath soaps, kids bath soaps. It was great.
Oh, I love Barstool, man.
It's just a pack of fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's a ship of fools, man. Okay, is it me on the or Rico?
No, me.
Oh, you okay, man?
4-2, Mincy. Come on.
Oh,
now.
yeah, you're doing good, dude. Everybody's doing good. 12-9.
So I'm in the little DeQuents plus 7.5. That's just.
It's not
What a-
looking. Yeah,
what a
they had
fucking tease.
they had a run, but
What a tease.
Loyola Chicago minus 15.5 because
Wrong.
they've been so close. Why is there going to be so much of a difference? of a
Because
spread?
if you watch them out Missouri Valley like I do, they play slow.
It doesn't matter. You could still beat a team by 20 when you play slow. Virginia does it.
Do we have someone here who's in charge of the TVs? Like when I go into the cave, those games are on, right?
Shut
I've
up.
been
don't know,
watching.
I've been in
I've been
here.
watching A10 in there.
Dukes normally takes care of
Yeah,
it.
I got
day
St.
10.
Louis.
Day 10 tourney's a thing in this office.
Loyola's up 16 in the first half.
There you go. I got St. Louis minus 7.5. I got Miami minus 4. Boston College should be out of the ACC after this. And I got Wake Forest plus 9 against Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech's going to have a little bit of a lay down this game.
Georgia Tech's been really tough at home, but on the road
They've been red hot.
Yeah, on the road they've been a
Who's
little
Georgia Tech playing?
at Wake.
Wake Forest.
Oh.
I think they're laying like
Georgia
8.5,
Tech by 9.
These bubble teams, when they need to win, they don't fucking win.
It's the road one. It's always those tricky
Yep.
road favorites.
UNC
It's
the
those
other night.
tricky
Yeah.
road
It's
favorite
a
games.
down
that
game
they
It
after
get-
is. You're right.
after
No, it's a
playing
good
Duke.
strategy.
I think they've won like 5-6 in a row
It's
too.
a
They've
good
been
strategy. You
Thank
saw
you.
Xavier get their fucking balls kicked.
I've been
Rutgers,
saying- I've been
Nebraska.
saying that.
Rutgers,
Yup.
Nebraska.
I feel like all these teams that have been needing these big wins have not been getting
Nope.
them.
UNC versus Syracuse. I took
Yep.
them.
Rico, thank you for saying it was good.
It is.
I know. Thank you.
This is a pick show.
I appreciate it.
We're giving winning picks this month.
Yeah. Unlike last month. Don't worry, we're sending out the refunds. All your subscriptions are going back. We're sending out the refunds.
All right, so you've got Rico. It's you.
Yeah, I'll go. Colorado State -1. I think they're trying to get into the tournament. I do love Nevada as a sleeper out there, but I think Colorado State's just been so hot. They got to win this game, even on the road. I like Drake -6.5. Without their 2 best players, they've figured it out. That's a fucking grab your nuts game. Do it for your brothers. Teamwork, 1 man down. Fucking soldiers, leave no man behind. That's fucking a big game for Drake. Toledo, first half -5. They can boat race some teams. I've watched them a couple times. They're really fast. I like Davidson -5.5. They're my pick to win the A10. And I have Southern Illinois right now plus 15.5, which I guess, depending on how it goes, since I didn't give it out before the tip-off, you can count it as a win if it wins and a loss if it loses.
Yeah, we were saying that came up yesterday, and I had Richmond that I gave out on our group chat, and then the game started at 11 before I tweeted it out. We said it still counted on here.
Yeah, for sure. No, we
Because if it's
we
in the
gave-
cards, we have
we
that
gave it,
text.
yeah,
in.
we gave it to TJ early.
Yeah. I only have 3 picks today
You know
because
what? I don't know. The cane might not count.
selective.
I'll let you know in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll let you know in a little bit.
This is a weird day today because it's, you don't really have many of the major conferences playing, and NBA's done through the All-Star break
Yeah.
after last night. So I actually only have 3. I took 3 games today. I didn't like too much. I took Dayton plus 3.5 against VCU. Dayton's done really well against good teams this year. I took Davidson by 5.5 over George Mason. When I've watched George Mason this year, I hadn't been very impressed, even though they are the six.
Davidson. I love Davidson.
Yeah, I like Davidson. The other one, though, I'm fading. I'm on the other side of Rico. I took Northern Iowa in the points. I think Drake's a little banged up and that they've already peaked, and Northern Iowa's not playing bad. I think it'll be a closer game.
Northern Iowa was supposed to be one of the better teams in that conference, and a kid got hurt for them. They were we did like a mid-major draft on the pod, the first episode, and Northern Iowa was down a guy. They're a tough team too, so I see it. I just think it's a fucking Drake is like you know,
They're on a
that's a
mission.
fucking story. Like,
Yeah, they're on a mission.
Also, Drake dropped Scary Hours 2 today. Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's a good so there's a Loud Luxury song that dropped. It's with Gashi. It's fire. Justin Bieber is back.
I haven't listened to it yet. I need to
He's
listen to
back.
Bieber. I've been bumping the
I
Drake all
got to
morning.
say, I have a lot of
Drake-
respect for Bieber.
Drake.
What a
back.
performer.
The
And
Drake, I really 3 songs, 2 of them really
Yeah.
really good. Really good.
it's nice. I mean, Drake's not back. He's always been
Yeah,
there.
he
I'm
never
just-
left.
I meant like this. I feel like I haven't heard a lot.
I'm a little worried about going against Drake on the day he released a song. Did he release a song today?
3.
I don't know, man. That's that, the weird gambling vibe stuff we talk about. Can you go against Drake when Drake releases this song? I don't know. I kind of feel weird about that all of a sudden.
I agree.
well, he's a bad rapper and they're a great
Right.
basketball team. So
It's crazy. you don't
He's
think
as bad as
good.
as a rap. He's like that's like saying LeBron's a bad basketball player.
It's crazy. You don't think
Guy's
Drake's
been like the #1 rapper for like 15 years.
yeah, well, you all know my NBA takes.
What did
Ben Simmons is a bum.
I'm confused.
What
'cause
happened in the tournament? What happened in the concert? When
He
Drake's
couldn't
concert?
sell out Philly
But then the guy immediately said yes, he did.
because he's a Drake simp. But then I grilled him and said, "Dude, what happened?" And he's like, "Well, they canceled it for mysterious light issues so that they could fill the stadium." So my point is true. I win.
It's not true.
I'll have him on if you want.
That guy
Drake?
could sell out any venue anywhere.
Now we can. Back then, not so much.
What year are we talking?
2013.
That's not true. That's like prime Drake.
2012?
That's like Take Care Drake.
Believe me.
That's
I've been-
he's selling out
I
the
know.
Garden.
Bro, look into it. There was a fucking. It was like like weird light issues. Like fake. Couldn't sell it out.
wow.
We got a $5 donation from Clint Griffin in the chat with a pick. Megan Anderson by KO TKO this weekend in UFC is worth a taste. Crazy odds for how often wacky stuff happens in women's MMA.
Okay.
It's plus 1100.
It's
on
a
the
it's a
Barstool
while. I'll
Sports.
say for I guess the UFC guy in the room, Amanda Nunes, who she's fighting, the double champ, hasn't lost a fight in like I think she's won 11 in a row.
It's the best of all time.
Best women's fighter, period. Probably maybe the most dominant. Her, or John Jones. She's just had both belts, been defending them for a while.
Yeah.
She's unreal. The girl she's fighting, Megan Anderson, is huge. She's super tall,
All right.
long.
Plays Warzone with Smitty sometimes.
Yeah, she does. She's big into Twitch. She's a friend of the program.
All right.
Friend of the Barstool.
Well, I will never forget at the conference championships when it was the fucking fight. Who's the big guy? Who was a recent UFC fight when the guy just got his ass kicked? McGregor?
You're
He
kidding
did,
me.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
fuck.
That's a
I got a
joke.
lot going
That-
on
that
up
did-
here.
that did
McGregor,
happen.
the biggest fucking
Yes,
UFC
I-
fighter
Yeah,
ever.
he got knocked out.
I said
That's Poirier.
McGregor. It
That's
took a
Poirier.
second to get there. Okay, there was a fight before it, and then the McGregor fight.
Yes.
Jack and Kareem talked me into a money line parlay of like plus 105 or even money. These two favorites, the two favorites that I took, couldn't have got their asses kicked.
Oh, bro, I was on.
Worse in
That was
fucking
Dan
UFC.
Hooker. I was on Dan Hooker for everything.
Bro, if I knew the guy, if you told me pick the guy before, like I didn't see them walk out, I would have picked Hooker. Or who won?
Chandler.
Chandler did.
Right, I would have picked him. Hooker was like a bum.
But it's
And then he was the
so
favorite.
crazy because this is why UFC is such a sick sport. How crazy it is. This in the summer, the guy who knocked out McGregor, Hooker and Poirier went in a 5-round war in the summer. War
Okay.
that people even some people thought Hooker won. He won the early rounds, and then he gets knocked out by this guy. He was in Bellator forever. He was like the face of Bellator, so no one really knew what to think of him because Bellator is definitely like just lower
Yeah.
class. But there's some guys up there that are like elite guys. And I think no one knew what to think. Hooker's really good. He's knocked out some really good guys. Like I put my life on Hooker, and he got he got his ass kicked. He just got knocked out.
It was wild.
He just got knocked the fuck out. He
I,
didn't even get a punch off.
No.
It was crazy.
I got a question before we get out of here. What should I expect at Barstool Sports with March Madness? What is this like? This is
Scary.
going to be awesome, right?
It's
Yeah.
exhausting.
I actually haven't been
I
here
love
for
it.
that.
Yeah, admit so. I mean, I guess we're kind of figuring out with the where everybody's going
Yeah,
to
we
be.
don't know anything yet, but it's gonna be a grind. You gotta make sure the gambling, you're ready to go. You got your bankroll ready.
That's why I said this weekend's an important weekend.
It's actually it
Important
lines up
weekend.
very nice too. I was just
So,
about to tweet this.
I think
the tournament starts
Well, it's
on
Thursday.
the 19th.
It starts on Thursday. The first four is the
Friday.
Thursday.
No, well,
No.
yeah, technically
Yeah,
starts
first
Friday.
Thursday. which I
How do
think-
y'all feel about the Friday through Monday versus the Thursday versus Sunday? Luckily, we have jobs where we can watch the Monday games.
Ben, they could play it at 3 in the morning on Christmas night. I'd watch.
I do feel bad
So,
for the normal
but,
job
but
people, though.
you're right. Thursday to Sunday should be the move.
It's just all the people
But I
that
don't-
like the
I don't
Monday
care.
thing.
I think ultimately, like, if you're, again, we talk about it all the time, like Joe in accounting, you're like, oh, why is the game only on Friday? Like, take a fucking walk. We don't care. We'll watch it no matter what.
If you're a real fan, you're watching on your
No
phone.
matter what.
Yeah.
You got a laptop you're clicking away from when your boss walks behind you. Something.
Bro, how about I lucked out? I got a wedding on March 26th. The Sweet 16 is Saturday, Sunday. I would have missed those games on the Sweet 16. So it lucked out. It worked out for me. The whole time I kept like not replying. I didn't know what was going to go on.
The Sweet 16 and Elite 8 is
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday,
Sunday,
Tuesday.
Monday, Tuesday.
which is crazy.
So what?
And the
I don't-
Sweet
like I
16,
said, I
the
don't
Sweet
care.
16 games are standalone now. They're not
Awesome.
two at a time.
Awesome.
So that's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, amazing stuff. Well, y'all have a great
It's gonna be a
weekend. Want to
gr-
thank
it's
our
gonna be
crew
an
again,
Unbelievable
Colby,
tournament. It's going to be
TJ.
an unbelievable tournament.
Appreciate all you guys. Really enjoyed. Appreciate all the positive feedback too on me hosting all week. Had a blast in here with these guys. Stay tuned for the Yak next, and thank y'all for listening to Pick Central on the Barstool Sportsbook YouTube channel.
Many pips.